Audio sync. Sync. This is Henry. Welcome to Graphics, Gears, and Wires. And today I am about to do the post graphic for Priority 1 podcast episode 452, I believe. And 452. And this week I got my instructions for the episode about 5 minutes ago. The episode is going online in about 20 minutes, so we're going to work quickly today. I'm not going to talk much. I'm just going to run through it. Excuse me. And we're going to use a screenshot from the latest episode of Picard, the episode Nepenthe, perhaps. I'm not sure about the pronunciation, where Picard, Riker, and Troy are finally reunited. This was probably my favorite episode of the series so far. Definitely had more heart than all the others put together. So we're just going to go in and just clip this new image in. I'm going to get rid of last week's post graphic. And I'm going to put this in. We're going to play with composition. We're going to play with colors. And then we're going to be done because this needs to go live. Sometimes when you're doing graphics like this, you are going to work under the gun. Definitely going to be pushed to get jobs done quickly sometimes. And you just got to roll with the punches on a thing like that. So let's try to get some composition that works. All right, I think that works. And what I'd like to do is get something over here so that this blends together better. So I'm just going to blend this out so that the trees kind of blend into those bushes. And let's see, let's push this in a bit. And oops, I might have the wrong, I have the wrong part selected. So let's fix our transparency. It needs to start right here at the beginning of the other image and fade into it. So now you see I have this continuous bushes over here where it was blocked before, and I don't even need this mask, I don't think. Though it might help being darker, but we'll leave that out for now. Just going to drop it to the background so I can work with it. Let's make this 452. And then I'm going to come out of my power clip and I'm just going to adjust these colors. Now everything is kind of in the blue spectrum right now, and I want to switch this to something else, and I'm going to go for maybe something a bit redder because of the command uniforms they used to wear. So we'll just pull this over here, get a color that goes. It might be a little too Christmassy feeling with that red, so we may change that. There are options. We're going to play with these colors till we're happy with them. Let's take this and see what we can do. This needs to be something else that goes with these colors, and that's getting lost. So we need to be brighter white, but still in the yellow spectrum. Alright, so it's coming together here. I need to bring out this R a bit. I'm not happy with the color of the text. I'm not even sure about the red for now, so let's try some other options there. Let's just cycle through and see what it looks like. Some different colors. Federation blue might be a good color here for this kind of moment. I'm going to do something too rosy. I don't want to do green because I've done a lot of green lately. And last week was blue. So we're going to stick with the reddish idea, but I'm going to go with more of a maroonish color, which is more in line with the Command Starfleet uniforms that they would have worn in their time together on the Enterprise. So let's try to bring this out a little bit. I'm going to make this white, and then I'm going to take the transparency and fix it so that it starts here. We're going to drop that to the background so that it just causes the other color to kick off. And then I'm going to delete all of these nodes, make this top part fully transparent so that it doesn't interfere with the underlying design that's there. And I think this is just way too bright now, so let's bring this down quite a bit. So we want to see that R, we want to see that. And I think the problem that I'm having is there is a bright spot behind this R right in a very bad place. So I'm just going to darken that whole thing with a little patch I'm going to put on here. We'll just darken that right up. I doubt this is the color, but this is what I'm going for, where we can make the delta shield stand out because the background won't interact with it anymore. And we can keep the whole feel of the whole design here. So let's try some different colors for this. Maybe just a little bit greener. Just a little bit greener. Pull out some of those colors from the back. Okay, that's not so bad. Let's look at that in color here. Do we just want to make this text white? Do we just want to go really, really white? Alright, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go brighter. Still going to keep it in the green spectrum a little bit. And then this delta shield. The delta shield, we're also going to make this same tone. There we go. Now we have everything we need. So let's see. Can we take this and get the actors' faces to not be so obscured? So I'm going to drop this. Alright, so we just need to edit this transparency. And Picard's faces, or Picard's face and Riker's face, all that can be less obstructed. I don't want to cover up Troy's face either. So we're going to slide this back here. So all the actors are, visually you can see them. Alright, let's have one more look at the composition. I feel like they might need to move just a little this way, because I feel like there is a better use of space that way. Alright, that looks good for me. I'm going to go ahead and make this fit into all of the other templates, and we'll be done. So let me delete last week's YouTube image, and that's the background. And I think I'm going to need to carry over this delta shield also, and this text, because the colors just aren't right. And this delta shield, we're going to move that into position. And then I'm going to delete what's there because I don't want it interacting with what I put down. And here we seem to be faced with the same problem of the delta shield needing something behind it. So I'm going to grab that also. It should have all been part of the image that I was moving from template to template. But I'd have to adjust it anyway because they're right here. So let's bring this down, bring this over. There we go. Next, let's fix this episode number. Alright. And that one's ready for YouTube. We're going to need a shadow on that. Notice that we are losing this back here. And I could do another dark patch, but I think a shadow might just kick it off. So we're just going to do a drop shadow. Here I'm selecting... Oops. Let's do that again. So I grab the text, grab my drop shadow tool, go up here to presets, and I'm just going to grab small glow. That's what I usually start with. Change my color to something nice and dark from the image. Something nice and dark. And then the lettering will stand out better without having to have some kind of silly outline on it. Okay, so let's carry this over to the next one. We need to do our square graphic. That's going to be a bit of a different composition. So I'm going to pop in here, grab everything, go to my next graphic, delete everything except for my LCARs and my delta and my episode. Whoops. Took out too much LCARs. There we go. Now let's drop this in here. And we've got a couple of things that are working better for us than in the other ones. Let's copy the fill here. Notice all I did was right-click and drag the episode number. And when I moused over the other object, it asked me what to do with it. I said copy the fill. So you can copy fills, outlines, all kinds of things that way. Here we have to get rid of these extra delta shields. I don't think there's too much of an interaction here with the beams going across their faces, but I'm gonna take the little beam away from Riker's face anyway, because he deserves to be seen. And I think we're actually on 452. I gotta change this graphic number. Oops. Okay, and that's our square one. And now we need our community question for the week. So here's our episode graphic for the website. Here is our YouTube thumbnail. And here is our social media share. And the community question this week is also about Nepenthe. Okay, I actually just got a text from our producer at Priority One. And their community question this week is about whether or not you're planning to use the Vulcan salute as your greeting now, since we have the corona issues. So I'm going to quickly grab a Vulcan salute. Yeah, this is kind of low res. I might just get another one from Google image search. All right, this is Google image result of the same image, so that's helpful. You can actually search Google Images by dragging an image from your computer to the search bar, and it'll find similar images of different resolutions. You can specify all that, so it's really helpful when you're trying to put something like this together, to be able to use some of the more advanced Google search features. And I think I'm going to keep this dark, and we'll just make this that nice light color and change this to 52. And the last thing that we need to do is fix this color so that this delta shield is a bit brighter. There we are. We're getting there. Maybe a bit of orange in it. There we go. And this should be this nice bright color. Okay, so that is that. That is how you do post graphics for Priority One Podcast in a big friggin' hurry. I'm going to go ahead and export these and get them over to Elijah so that you guys can all hear the latest episode of Priority One Podcast. Once again, thanks for joining me while I put this together. Please like, share, and subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments.